I have been a Crazy Creek customer for over 20 years. I think it was 2003 that I took my Wilderness Medicine Institute NOLS course for Wilderness First Responder, and I purchased one of their Crazy Creek chairs with the NOLS logo on it and everything. And this has been my go-to camping chair ever since. In all reality, especially when I was doing more primitive camping, this would be the chair that I always grabbed, I always took with me. It's shown somewhere. It does have some stitching that came out, so one of the frame stays is loose in there, but even when that stitching broke, it's fine, and I just keep going with it, and I could probably get it restitched and fixed and back to good, but I haven't. Not that it needs it, because it works. It just works. And that's the thing I've always liked about the Crazy Creek chairs, is they are comfortable and they just work. Come into the future with me to the new Crazy Creek AirCliner. This I'm looking forward to testing out. Just like the original Crazy Creek chair, it is a chair, but it also can be used as kind of a half-size sleeping pad, basically shoulders to hips, to put the most, part of your body that you want on a sleeping pad. This can be used as that as well, but it has air cylinders in it. I'm looking forward to testing this guy out, especially given the fact that it can roll up really small, like 2.7 inches, under 29 ounces, and be the most comfortable Crazy Creek chair ever made. Let's take an adventure with this together. No sharp objects, makes sense, but I'm gonna at least cut open the tape side real quick and let us see what comes out of the box. Okay, that is as small as they claimed it was gonna be. That is pretty awesome. That packs up so much better than that. That gets me excited that it actually meets that expectation. Weight-wise, I'm gonna have to put a scale on it. Now the thing is about this, they are using a recycled ripstop. The fiber, their carbon fiber seat stays in here. They put a lot of thought, I think, into this, and I'm really looking forward to testing this guy out. I really, really am. So, without further ado, let's get this stuff out of the way. Snap, snap. And you can see it come to shape. So we have obviously the straps for to make it into a chair, right, on each side. But I would think that maybe you want to get it filled up with air before we actually do any of the straps. And here is, I believe it's a one-way valve here, so it makes it really easy to fill. But it is a two-piece valve. So you open up the first flap. All right, back to this. So the first flap we open, and now we can fill it up real easy. But if we want to dump the air back out, we just keep pulling, and the second piece opens up. So you're probably used to this. This is a standard one-way type valve with a mass escape or exhaust port. So now we're in fill-up phase. Now what they claim is that you can fill this up in 5 or less breaths. Let's see if that's accurate. We know for a fact that it is void of air, so it's got nothing in it. 5 or less. 1. That's 4. I'm pretty much there. I don't know if you want to fill it up too much more than that, but I'll put a little more in. Okay, yeah, that's not, you're not gonna really put much more. All right, so 4 breaths in all reality. Again, I would say 5 or less, depending on how big your lung capacity is, right? So if we take the straps, one there, one on this side, and now we have our chair. We're gonna need to go outside and actually test this thing on something that's maybe less comfortable than a chair. Well, we need to have something to judge it by, so I got my standard Crazy Creek chair. I'm actually on a hill. And yeah, it's the standard Crazy Creek feel. You know, it kind of comes in on you when you're leaning back, but it's comfortable. It allows you to have some back support while you're sitting and watching, or sitting around a campfire, or whatever you're doing. That's the nice thing about a Crazy Creek chair. You can use it basically anywhere. You can even take it to you know, like a stadium seating with bleachers at a high school game or something. They're very, very useful. Okay, I haven't adjusted anything yet. It is way more comfortable. Oh yeah. It's kind of crazy. You still get the same kind of, when you allow it to conform to your body, it just kind of grabs onto you like the standard Crazy Creek chair does. But the downforce actually going to the ground, way more comfortable. I kind of want to go back to the other one again. Okay, so back to this. Grabs around you, you can feel the straps, you know, like normal. The amount of padding in it is almost nothing, so I could feel the ground. Right, I can feel the hard point right in the middle of the chair where my bottom is touching the chair, where it's touching the ground. Not uncomfortable, just fine. Oh, it's so much more comfortable. Yes. Okay. You go back and forth a couple times and you know real quick. I mean, sitting in this the first time, it was very comfortable. Sitting in that was fine. But the difference between the two is night and day. It's kind of crazy how much of a difference there is. It still crams around you. I don't feel the straps on this one as much. It's definitely more comfortable. Maybe it's a little wider than that one. But man, just the air chambers makes all the difference in the world. Expected, but it's lovely to feel and actually be verified that yes, no, this is way more comfortable. You don't feel where it's touching the ground at all. I like it. Okay, let's try it out at a different spot. Okay, now we're gonna just kind of sit on a standard rock, right? Nothing fancy here. I'm just more putting weight towards the back. It's more flat so you're not getting point. And this is fine. This allows you to sit and lean back a little bit. Great, nothing bad. Exactly what you expect out of the Cane Creek. Now I will say this real thin foam over a longer period of time definitely does become less comfortable. You'll eventually have to get up and get the circulation going through your bottom low. But right now, this is what the standard is. Let's check the next one. And now the AirCliner. It's like sitting on an air mattress. Way more comfortable. Oh, this might be my next. Like I also have bleacher chairs that are fabric stretched over a like metal frame. This is more comfortable. I might switch that out to this too. Yes, I am sold. That is crazy how much more comfortable this is. It's expected, but it's great to be validated. All right, sleeping pad. Original chair first. So we just pop the straps on both sides, and then we lay that pad down. And now we can use this as a sleeping mat. Now, like I said, shoulders to, I guess, butt. Yeah, I mean, this would not be my choice. I would bring a sleeping pad with me. You know, because during the summer, you don't need the full length, full body sleeping pad. This is better than sleeping on the ground, but would not be by choice. Okay, now, AirCliner sleeping pad. Yes. Come on, this should be a no-brainer. It makes sense. It is an air mattress with straps on it. It's exactly what you want in a sleeping pad. So the nice thing is you can take this with you. This can be your sleeping pad, your chair, everything. Yes, I am giving this guy 2 thumbs up. Well done, Crazy Creek. Well done. So that was kind of an eye-opening experience. Comparing my old original Crazy Creek to, well, the new AirCliner from Crazy Creek. It's better in about every single way. There's only one thing that I've noticed that I wish they would add to this one. That this has, that this does not. And it's something so small and simple. It's these little Velcro tabs. so that if I'm carrying it around the campsite, it's not opening up. This doesn't have that. So that's the only one thing. It's something so small that it doesn't really need it, but it is something to mention, that it would be nice to have something that you could just clamp it together and carry it with you like this, versus having to deflate it all the way, roll it up, and actually have it for, you know, storage. So that is one thing that this does that this does not do. Everything else, this does better. It's so simple. Now, you know, the thing is that this can operate more ways than this can. And it comes down to the fact that as a sleeping pad or a lay down pad or however you want to call it, this is something that you can use it for. This one, you're not going to use that for that, really. It's not what it's made for. Sure, in a pinch, but this is way better. Now, you could argue this point, that this has lasted 20 some years. Yeah, I do have a broken, you know, a ripped seam up here. That's true, and I just kept going with it, and I should just get it fixed. But at the same time, it's still going. It's, as long as you don't ruin it, it's gonna keep going. This is an air pad, so if something was to puncture it, now you're talking about fixing it. So it is dependent on air. Now, all videos, even in Cane Creek's own photos and videos, you can see them using it on rocks and everything like that. And it is a very heavy fabric. So I would argue that it probably has really good puncture resistance. But it is something to say, because anytime you have an air mattress, it always is going to come into the point that this could pop. It could. You're not wrong on that regard, but if they built it right, shouldn't have too much to worry about on that. So, that said, I did mention one other thing when I was outside, and that is these types of chairs, your stadium seating chairs, which do have a nice 90-degree angle to them. You're not taking these camping, most likely. I can't see you taking them camping, but they are more comfortable than sitting on metal or plastic bleachers. These are wonderful in that regard. But I'm thinking I'm going to take this to the next game I go to and seeing how well this works. Now, of course, these only have so much depth to them because of the bleachers, so I am interested to see how this would work. And this also hooks onto the bleachers so it can't tip backwards, whereas this is going to be, you know, just normal. But I think I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to try it and see how well it works, and maybe I'll come back here and put in a little comment, or at least maybe another video. That said, this is something that came to mind immediately when I was sitting on the rock wall down there. Crazy Creek's AirCliner. Where do I sit with it? Oh, I love it. They did a great job with this. I don't know why it didn't come to them sooner, unless the fact that this technology of making sure that the air mattress stuff wasn't gonna fail. That's a big thing. So I'm a huge supporter of this. Now, before we end the video, I do want to deflate it. Let's find out how fast it deflates. Open up the second valve. And I'm assuming you're probably going to want to do this to get all the air out you can. All right, so that's going to roll up like so. And maybe I went backwards, but that's whatever. So yeah, when it's folded over it, the air doesn't flow as fluidly. So it's almost like you almost want to do this to get all the air out first. Okay, that works way better. And the little straps. And we are good to go wherever we're taking this bad boy. It was warm outside and humid, but well worth it. Crazy Creek, you did a great job on this chair. I'm really impressed by it. I like the size of it. In all reality, if I was going on a longer like backpacking trip, I would have to weigh the pros and cons of bringing a chair with me. But if it was warmer months and I didn't need a full-size sleeping pad, this would probably be my chair and sleeping pad, so I could justify strapping this to the outside of my pack. 100%. Absolutely, yes. Because this makes sitting on the ground so much more enjoyable. I would use it at lunch, I would use it at breakfast, I would use it at dinner, and then I'd throw it in the tent for sleeping on. It would justify its 29 ounces of weight. So there we go. That's my 2 cents on it. If no other purposes, car camping, 100%. This thing's awesome. Best chair you're gonna get for your money. Retail $124. I will put links to Crazy Creek's website where you can take a peek at this guy and anywhere else I can. I'll put those in the top of the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Crazy Creek, you've been making great products for a very long time. It's great to see the innovation in the AirCliner. This is the best Crazy Creek to date. Well done. Thanks for watching to the end. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you back here on CampGeeks for another future video review. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.